Welcome back to another episode of Hawk TV. We've got a lot of new stories for you this week, so don't go anywhere. Hawk TV starts now. Welcome back, I'm Autumn Williams. Starting off this week, our basketball teams are currently taking on the challenge of the district tournament. Hawk TV reporter Lily Ramirez tells us how our teams are doing.
That's right, it's still basketball season here at the Hawks Nest. With both our teams battling it out for a chance to go all the way, let's take a look at our scores. Our boys team took on Northside last night. It was a close game, but in the end, Northside won 68-62. It's Southside's first home loss since January of 2019 when Haywood won by 1 point. But the loss didn't mean our team didn't play hard. Rico Sane scored in the double figures last night, and freshman Jason Cole made 2 3-pointers in an attempt to close the gap with Northside. According to Coach Damon Fuller, the execution was just off, and Northside was playing well. But don't worry, this isn't the end of the road for our boys team. The Hawks will now travel to Nashville to take on MLK Junior High School on Monday, while Northside hosts Portland on their own court, after MLK beat Portland 50-44 in Region 5 championship game. We wish the best for our boys. On the girls' side, things are looking a little different. Our Lady Hawks took on Hardin County at home on Wednesday, March 2nd, and came out on top with a final score of 66-44. Currently, our Lady Hawks seniors are undefeated on their home court with 49 wins in a row. The girls will take on Murfreesboro Central tomorrow night. Tip-off starts at 7. If our Lady Hawks beat Murfreesboro, this won't just be their 50th win at home, but the first time going to state since 2017. We wish the best to our Lady Hawks. In other sports news, our softball team will be taking on Dyersburg tomorrow at Dyersburg, and our boys soccer team is kicking off with a jamboree tomorrow in Lexington for an all-day event. We will have scores for those games and more next week. For now, that's all for sports. Back to you.
Thank you, Lily. It's now time to introduce to you this week's Senior of the Week.
My name is Joshua Giannini. I play baseball and I'm also in the Beta Club. I really just work out and play baseball pretty much. I plan to go to Mississippi State University and study civil engineering. My favorite teacher is Mr. Branch. I love the physics. Enjoy every moment you get with your friends and just everything that you take for granted. Hopefully with the family, that's my main goal, is just have a good Christian family and just a well-paying job that support my family with.
Turning to other news, are you looking for something to do this weekend? Dozens of students have been hard at work to impress you with their acting skills. Hawk TV reporter Kane McColney has the details.
That's right. More than 50 students across the Madison County area have been hard at work to bring you a great show. The Lights Up Theater Company is presenting Charlie and the Chocolate Factory this weekend. The play is based on the book by Roald Dahl and dramatized by Richard R. George. Hawk TV had the chance to get a sneak peek of the upcoming play as students rehearsed for the big opening night. Mrs. Parnell's son, Spencer, will be taking center stage in the play as Charlie. It's one you don't want to miss. You can see the show for yourself tonight at 7 or tomorrow at 2 or 7 p.m. The show will take place at the Community Montessori School on Westwood Avenue in Jackson. Tickets cost $10. You can purchase them online through lightsuptheaterco.com or at the door. From everyone here at Hawk TV, we say, break a leg, Spencer.
Thank you, Kane. Here are a few other events you may be interested in. The Friendly Franks Flea Market, now known as the Jackson's Hub City Flea Market, will start back this weekend at the Jackson Fairgrounds. It will open today from 5 to 8. You can also go visit from 9 to 6 Saturday and 9 to 5 Sunday. The flea market is scheduled to become during the first weekend of every month for the rest of 2022. Stop by and check out what a lot of people have to offer. Pinson Mounds is hosting an event. Join the park staff and Memphis Astronomical Society at the Pinson Mounds Museum to get an up-close look at the stars and the planets through telescopes. The program will begin inside with a presentation by the MAS. Registration is $5 per person. Make sure to bring warm clothes. You can register on their website or call the park office at 731-988-5614, or you can visit the park office in person. It's time for another superhero movie to hit the theaters. Hot TV reporter Hayden Ward gives us a sneak peek of the new Batman movie.
I'm vengeance.
Hello Hawks, this is Hayden Ward, back with more news. This time I'll be talking about The Batman, which is another DC movie. The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson, is another yet new take on the famous DC character of Batman. The story of the Batman follows Bruce Wayne, who is only in his second year of being the Dark Knight, as he tracks down the murders of people in Gotham. The villain behind this is none other than the criminal mastermind, the Riddler. While as Batman, he plays a detective hero, but when he is Bruce Wayne, he has to be careful not to tumble into the corrupt streets of Gotham City, and must also discover why his family legacy is being put into question. Matt Reeves talked about this movie, saying, "The movie takes an almost noir-driven detective version of Batman. This film is said to be darker than the previous Batman before this film." Matt Reeves even used inspiration from the Batman Year One comic storyline, since it also followed Batman's first years as the Caped Crusader. The Batman releases March 4th, starring Robert Pattinson as Batman/Bruce Wayne, with Zoe Kravitz, Colin Farrell, Andy Serkis, and many others. Matt Reeves even showed interest in making a trilogy about Pattinson's Batman. This is Hayden Ward. I'll be back soon with more news. Back to you.
Thanks, Hayden. Let's take a break from our news and take a look at our weather. Hot TV reporter Ethan O'Brien has our weather forecast.
Hello, Southside. This is your weekend weather report. Friday looks to be the nicest day this week with a high of 73 and a low of 53. Then as we move into Saturday and Sunday, you might want to start hunkering down, as Saturday we will have thunderstorms roll in and Sunday will be thunderstorms all day. Saturday with a high of 74 and a low of 62, and Sunday with a high of 77 and a low of 57. Finally, it looks like our return Monday will be a rainy one, as thunderstorms will turn into rain for most of the day. Monday will be a high of 65 and a low of 39. That's all for the weather. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ethan. Finally, this afternoon, we take a look at the latest changes in the gaming and electronics industry. Hot TV reporter Clifford Walton has this week's Consumer Watch.
Hello Hawks, Clifford Walton here with your gaming news. I got some good news for my Xbox fans. It seems that the Xbox Series S is going to be a little cheaper. Right now, the next-gen console is $249.99 for today only or until the inventory runs out, so I would hurry up and get yours now. In other news, it seems that some veterans from CD Projekt Red are launching a new studio called Rebel Wolves. Not only that, but they are also making a new game that is going to be a dark fantasy story-focused open world RPG. They are targeting a 2025 release date so they can have more time to fill the roles at the studio. I have some good news that Capcom officially announced the next entry in the Street Fighter franchise, Street Fighter 6. There was also a brief teaser trailer that was released, however it doesn't show gameplay but reveals a new realistic art style they will be using for the game. We only hope they launch the release date soon. That's all for your gaming news. For Hawk TV, I'm Clifford Walton.
Thank you, Clifford. Sadly, that was our last story of the day. I'm Autumn Williams for Hawk TV. We hope you have a great weekend, and remember, it's a great day to be a Hawk.